Imagine owning property that doesn't exist on any street, doesn't need repairs, never deals with tenants calling at midnight, and still generates cash flow every single month. That's exactly what digital real estate is. And right now in the United States, it's quietly becoming one of the fastest growing wealth strategies among smart investors who don't want the headaches of traditional real estate. While most people are focused on buying houses or chasing stock market gains, a new wave of entrepreneurs is building online assets that act just like rental properties. Except these assets live on the internet and often require far less capital to start. At its core, digital real estate means owning online properties that generate income. Think websites, blogs, niche content platforms, email newsletters, or even monetized social media pages. Just like a physical property earns rent, these digital assets earn through ads, affiliate marketing, subscriptions, or product sales. For example, a simple niche website about personal finance or credit score tips can attract thousands of visitors every month, and those visitors can generate income through ad networks or affiliate links to credit cards, insurance, or investment platforms. In many cases, once the site is built and ranking on search engines, it continues producing income passively, similar to collecting rent checks. What's driving the explosion of digital real estate in the US is the low barrier to entry compared to traditional investing. You don't need a massive down payment. You don't deal with mortgage rates. And there's no approval process like a loan tied to your FICO score. Instead, your investment is time, strategy, and sometimes a few $100s to set up a domain, hosting, and content. This makes it especially appealing for younger investors, gig workers, and anyone looking to build multiple income streams outside of a traditional 9-to-5 job. And unlike physical property, where location is everything, digital real estate allows you to target global audiences from anywhere. Another powerful angle is scalability. With physical real estate, buying a second or third property becomes increasingly difficult because of financing limits, taxes, and maintenance costs. But with digital assets, once you understand the system, you can replicate it. One profitable website can turn into 5, 10, or even a portfolio of income-generating properties. Some investors are even flipping these assets, buying underperforming websites, improving traffic and monetization, and selling them for 2 to 5 times their annual profit. This is very similar to house flipping, but without construction costs or dealing with contractors. There are also important financial and tax considerations that make this strategy attractive. Income from digital real estate is typically treated as business income, which means you can take advantage of deductions for expenses like software, hosting, marketing, and even a home office, depending on how you structure it. You may also be able to reduce your taxable income legally, something high-income earners are increasingly exploring. However, just like any investment, it's not completely passive in the beginning. Building traffic, creating valuable content, and understanding SEO or audience growth takes effort, and not every project succeeds. The difference is that the upfront risk is much lower compared to putting tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars into a physical property. What's especially interesting in 2026 is how technology is accelerating this trend. AI tools are helping people create content faster, analyze keywords, and optimize websites for higher rankings. This has lowered the barrier even further, allowing beginners to compete in markets that were once dominated by large companies. But it also means competition is increasing, so those who focus on quality, trust, and long-term value are the ones who win. The game is no longer just about building a website. It's about building an asset that people actually use and trust. In the end, digital real estate represents a shift in how wealth is built in the modern economy. Instead of relying only on traditional paths like a 401k, stock investing, or physical property, more Americans are diversifying into online assets that generate consistent, scalable income. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but for those willing to learn the system and stay consistent, it can become a powerful engine for financial freedom. The real question isn't whether digital real estate works, because it clearly does. The real question is how long you're willing to wait before you start building your own piece of the internet.